Hi, this is Vinny. I'd like to share my diving journey with you. I learned to dive back in 1991 when I was in college. The college dive club was having a try scuba program in one of the pools. And I happened to be passing by, and one of the guys goes, "Hey, do you want to try diving?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So they put some equipment on me, chucked me in the water, and I think it took me about 5 seconds to be absolutely and completely hooked to the sport. The feeling of being weightless in the water is the closest thing I've come to flying, and I knew that this was a sport for me. So obviously I joined the club, got certified, did a bunch of dives with them at a quarry, That Springs, Pennsylvania. And I remember I did on dive number 30, we went to Florida for spring break, and that's when I saw my first fish. And I was like mind blown, like, wow, it gets even better, this fish, this is amazing. After I graduated from college, I stayed with the sport, got into take diving, did a bunch of cold water dives up and down the coast of the US, U-853, the Black Point, San Diego, the crane wreck, and even managed to get down to the Doria for some dives, which remains an absolutely mind-blowing experience. Then back in 2000, I was in India for some work, and I had a few days to spare. Ended up visiting the islands, this remote, unknown chain of islands called the Andamans, and that turned out to be sort of life-altering. So I got to the islands and I was literally blown away by how pristine they were, how untouched they were. There's no tourism to speak of. You have like hundreds of meters of pristine reef just off the shore, and because there's no commercial fishing, the biomass in the reefs was also off the charts, right? You have really large schools of pelagics, swimming by and so on and so forth. So a few days wasn't enough. I ended up taking a sabbatical from work and spent 6 months back in the Andamans, exploring the waters, diving almost daily, really finding new sites all the time. Sabbatical over, went back to work. My heart was not in it. After I had to come back, so I quit my job, moved to the Andamans, and started my own dive center there. And it's been an amazing journey. We spent years, exploring uncharted waters, finding new dive sites. We found some amazing world quality reefs. We found some great shipwrecks, and to a large extent, we ended up putting Andaman on the dive map. Since then, other dive centers started up, and now it's become a full-fledged dive destination. I'm really privileged and honored to have been a part of putting it on the map, so to speak. It's really funny, ironic in some ways. I went to college to learn job skills, right? I got an MBA out of it, but the most important job skill I acquired just happened to be purely by chance. Me walking by and some guy going, "Hey, buddy, you try some diving." It's been 30 years since that day, and I'm looking forward to 30 years more of this.